sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and children, victims of a system that makes men torture. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone.
America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. Glad to be back with you guys here on, Wednesday? Wednesday. Glad to be back with you guys here on Wednesday. Hope you're having a good week so far. Hope your day's been going awesome. We have had a fucking slow news day today. Not a ton to talk about. There's a few things happening, but very minor. There's only been really one major announcement that happened, and it's something that we're going to talk about today on the show. And also later in the show, we're going to watch a video that I just thought would be interesting. To be honest, just to fill time a little bit. Like I said, it's a slow news day. We have one topic to talk about, and it's not enough to talk about for the entire show. So, hope you guys are having a great day. Like I said, we're going to dive into the topic of Trump saying that Iran is going to be drone striking California, or potentially drone striking California. So, there's a few different things about this that I want to talk about over the show today. But just at the start of things, what I want to say is this is the start of World War III potentially. If they were to do strikes on the homeland, on the United States of America, in California, in some of the big cities, most likely, where I would imagine it would happen is San Francisco, Los Angeles, something like that. But if they were to do strikes on the homeland, then most likely we would see a lot more of our allies get involved. We would potentially see some of Iran's allies get involved. So this is some scary stuff. This is something that could have real world implications, beyond just the war we're currently in, beyond just the deaths that would happen in America. But that would also be an extreme tragedy. I said this at the start of the war. I mean, the night they bombed Iran, I went live that night. I stayed live all night doing coverage of it. And I said, right at the beginning, I said, if one American life is harmed, if one American's injured, if one American life is taken, if a single fucking hair on their heads are harmed, none of this was worth it. And I said from the start, none of it was worth it, but that's just really adding on to it. When you then add in that we have over 7 Americans dead, well over 150 injured, and I would imagine it's probably closer to that many dead. I'd imagine there's over 100 dead, but even if it is just that many injured, that's still not acceptable. It's completely unacceptable to me that we have Americans getting injured and dying for the terrorist state of Israel and for Zionism. So this is one of the things that happens when we allow organized Jewry to run our society, to essentially run parts of the world, especially our country. We get into conflicts that we're not really involved in. Americans die, and not only do Americans die in the war, not only do we have soldiers who are getting injured, getting shot down in planes, they're getting shot with drones and missiles, and we also had a shooting in Texas. We had multiple bomb threats at airports over this weekend, but we're now being told that people in California should be just wait and see, but just waiting for a drone strike to happen. And it's fucking insane. Like, if you look at what Iran has in their disposal, in their arsenal, they don't really have the capabilities to nuke the United States or to launch a missile strike on the United States or even really a drone strike on the United States. For that to be possible, they would need to launch the drones from somewhere else. They would also most likely need Russia's assistance. I would imagine they would need the Russian assistance to make this happen. And if Russia helps them out in this, again, like I said, this is going to turn into a much larger conflict. So you have people like Ben Shapiro, you have people like Donald Trump, you have the entire Trump administration right now telling you that this is nothing to worry about, that this war is a quick war, quick strikes, very few, if any, casualties, and we're just going to go through it as fast as possible, and it's in our best interest. That's what we're hearing. I don't see how any of it's in our best interest. It's obvious it's not going to go quick. It's obvious that this is going to be a lasting conflict and that this is a conflict that might involve a lot more countries than are involved currently. Like I was reporting on during when the war started, we showed videos of Iran bombing a lot of our other allies and a lot of the other people in the Middle East region, a lot of people that the United States does business with, and they were doing this to try and get more people involved, to try and stir up the political controversy in the country, because they understand that this is not a war that's popular in America. The Iranians understand that this is a war we're fighting for Israel, and they realize that. I mean, they literally had people in their country and their media tweeting that out leading up to the strikes in the days and weeks before. So, like I said, today on the show, we'll talk a little bit about the threat that is just holding over, that Trump is throwing out to hold over California's head here. But this is some really scary shit. This is not something that we take lightly. This is not something that we're going to just ignore like a lot of the people in the media are. You have a lot of people on the right-wing media who are just completely ignoring this because they don't want to make Trump look bad. They don't want to make the administration look bad. But I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about keeping Americans safe. I give a fuck about America and America first. So that's going to be our main story for the night. And like I said, we're going to watch a Myron Gaines video later to end the show. Nothing long. I haven't even seen the video. I just had a couple different people send it to me, and they're like, you should watch this. It's a good one. So we're going to watch that towards the end of the show today. But hope you guys are having a great day today. Thank you for tuning into the show. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. All the comments we read at the end of each show. Follow me on X, Instagram, whatever platform you're on. And join my Telegram channel by scanning the code up in the corner. Thank you guys for coming back to the show. To be honest, I'm feeling a little tired. I don't know. I didn't sleep a crazy amount last night, so don't have the same energy as usual. This is like my 3rd, 4th fucking Red Bull of the day. Still feeling tired. We're getting back, and it's a big week. We're going to Jubilee. It actually makes me scared. I'm flying to do a Jubilee video. I'm going on a Friday. Video shoots on Saturday. And I have to go to Los Angeles. Like, 2 days before I go to Los Angeles, I get a notification that's saying, hey, Iran might bomb California. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? The day I'm going to one of the biggest cities, which would be one of the probably prime targets for them. They're like, yeah, we might go fucking just bomb America. Maybe Iran sees him there and they're like, let's wait till he leaves. This is a guy who he's not on our side, but he is against the war. He is against the war. Maybe we save him. Maybe we save a Groyper. Iran, please bless a Groyper. Please save a Groyper today. Don't let me die by an Iranian drone strike when I'm in California. And it's also just annoying because you see all the shutdowns. You see, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the videos of the fucking airport or any of the airports, but I mean, they're all fucking zoos. It's all insane. It's lines literally into the parking garages for security. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding? Like, come on. It just, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that part of it. I like traveling in general. Like, I don't mind the actual, plane. I don't mind any of the travel stuff, but I hate fucking lines. I can't, maybe it's my Gen Z brain. Maybe it's, my lack of patience. I just cannot stand lines. Cannot fucking deal with it. I think I don't know if I have TSA. I think I have one of them. Not sure. But maybe, that will... Now we're just going on stupid fucking... Now we're just rambling. Now we're just being stupid. But let's get into the show, guys. Gotta wake up. I gotta fucking wake up. Been a hard day. But I want to play a quick clip of a video. So Ben Shapiro released his daily show. And on his show, he starts it off in a very cunty way. In a very Ben Shapiro way. Ben Shapiro, cunt, kind of synonyms. But I wanted to show you guys the first 30 seconds or minute of his show, because it's going to, I'm going to elaborate from there on a lot of the things that we're dealing with Iran and in the media within the United States because of the Iran conflict. We have the entire Zionist media, we have the entire Trump administration trying to treat us like we're stupid, trying to treat us like we're the bad guys in this, because we're pushing back against it, because we're saying we don't want this war to happen, or because we're pointing out the hypocrisy in a lot of the things they've said. I've pointed this out on a lot in this show, so I'm not going to harp on this point for a long time. But in June, we were told that the strikes were 100% effective, and this is a quote from them, that we set their nuclear program back 10 years. And less than 10 months later, we're now bombing them again and being told that they're just a few weeks away from a nuke. So there's a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of things they're lying about. They say one thing, and then less than a year later, they're saying something completely different. They say we set the program back 10 years. But like I said, less than 10 months later, we're back bombing them again, trying to destabilize more of the Middle East past what we've already done. And we have people in the Zionist media like Ben Shapiro who are fully in support of this war. And why is Ben Shapiro in support of this war? Ben Shapiro is in support of this war because he is Jewish. And people need to realize that Jews who work tribally within the Jewish network, specifically people in the media, in banking, in politics, in lobbying, etc., but they want this because they know it's good for Israel. And someone like Ben Shapiro specifically wants this because Ben Shapiro, and this wasn't even on like a hot mic or not even like caught on a secret recording saying this, he just openly said this at a public forum, but he said the only reason he supports America is because America supports Israel. That if America did not support Israel, he would not support America in the same way. So this is a guy who does not put America first. Very clear. And from his own mouth, he does not put America first. And then he has the balls to try and lecture us, the truly America first people in this country, because we want to put America first and not put Israel first like he wants. This war is putting Israel first. This is a war that Israel's wanted for over 30 years. It doesn't benefit the United States. The rhetoric we're hearing from the United States admin and the Zionist media like Ben Shapiro is, oh, but we've been at war with them for 47 years. Like, we've been at war with them for 47 years? Like, that's one of the most ridiculous fucking things I've ever heard. By that same logic, I just want to be clear, because I pointed this out the other day, that all the people in the media who are saying, like, Muslims need to be kicked out of America, Muslims have no place in America. And then you look at, like, the poll numbers for how Gen Z views Israel. Not even just Israel, Judaism as a whole. It said, I think 45% of Gen Z young men think that Judaism is a threat to America, and 55% of young men are deemed to be in the Holocaust denier category. And I said on my show, I said, if you guys keep saying the same rhetoric about Muslims and you normalize it, when Gen Z is in your same place, we're going to be saying the same thing about Judaism. We're going to be saying those things, and you guys are the ones who created that. You guys are the ones who made that possible for us. And they don't seem to realize this, and there was a larger point I was getting at there. What was I just saying a fucking minute before? Now I'm drawing a blank. This is the problem with me doing a show tired. Now I'm just drawing a fucking blank on what I was just making a bigger point there. I was connecting the two things I said, but I forget the first fucking thing I said. Son of a bitch. Why am I so fucking stupid sometimes? See, like, I feel like a retard right now. Let's see. What was I saying? If I can't figure it out in a sec, I'll just move on. But let's see. Talking about Gen Z being against Israel, talking about getting expelled. Oh, yeah, okay. Here's where... Got it. We're locked the fuck in. Let's go. That's how we do this. Okay, so my point I was making is when Gen Z gets the power, it's going to be the, similar rhetoric, but about Judaism instead of Muslims. And how the fuck did I just lose it? Okay, now I feel like a fucking retard. How did I just lose it? Okay, got it. We're just going to go right to the point now. But what I was saying is they've been saying, oh, but for 47 years, we've been at war with Iran. To use that same logic against them and to think about how Gen Z thinks about a lot of these subjects, specifically regarding Muslims, Judaism, Christian, etc., what's going to happen is we're going to eventually get like a Groyper. This is just a hypothetical, but what could happen is, using the same logic, we could get like a Groyper president one day, or a America First adjacent president. And using their same logic of we've been at war with Iran for 47 years because of an attack 47 fucking years ago, we could say, oh, we've been at war with Israel since the USS Liberty. We could use that same logic. I don't know. I mean, I just think it's like really flawed logic. And it took me a minute to get there. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm having a fucking tired day. I'm very slow today. Not thinking at 100%. Been a long day, but yeah. That was kind of the point I wanted to make, is that what's going to happen if we do get that Groyper president is they can make that same argument. And like, the thing is, they would push so hard against it. Like, the same people who are making those arguments now would be the ones pushing so hard against it. And you have to realize it's not because they actually, like, believe the argument they're making. They're just using it as bar of bullshit talking point. They don't actually believe these things. They would push against it because they don't believe these things, because they know they're using it as propaganda. So when we would use that same argument, they would push against it knowing it's propaganda. They don't believe any of the things they're actually saying. They know they're lying to you. But the people in America who just keep listening to the lies and running with them, like, you guys are the fucking issue. You guys really are the fucking issue, because we can only like walk these people to the, you can only walk a horse to water. You can't make it drink. You cannot like just force all these people to actually be able to learn. Like, we could try and red pill everyone all day long. We could try and really grow the America First movement by teaching everybody about organized Jewry, about the liberty, about the dancing Israelis, about all the threats in the country, and, about the real history of the Iraq War, why it wasn't really for oil, but it was for the Greater Israel Project, like a lot of different things. We could red pill everyone on that. But the problem is, like, 90% of the people are not even going to fucking learn because they're too fucking stupid to understand it. Like, some of these people are so fucking stupid that, like, they hear Trump and they hear Pam Bondi and they hear Caroline Levitt talking. They heard them, less than 10 months ago in June celebrate the attack, saying 100% success rate. If you're questioning it, you're a Democratic plant. This was in America's interest. We set them back 10 years. They literally said 10 years. And less than 10 months later, we're bombing them again. And they're like, yeah, but we've been at war with them for 47 years. It's about time we finished it. It's like, okay, like, fuck you. Like, it just, I don't know. It really upsets me that they treat us like we're that stupid. And it sounds kind of funny, me saying treating us like we're that stupid after I forgot what I was even saying a minute ago. But you guys get my point. I mean, they really do treat us like we're cattle, like we're goyim. They treat us like slaves. They treat us like we're not worthy to be a part of the conversation. And they treat us that way because that's how they truly feel about us. They don't feel like you have a say in the conversation. They don't feel like you have a say at all. They want to make you think you have a say because they give you a vote, but realistically, your vote doesn't mean shit. Like, I'm not saying it can't be effective in some ways, maybe on like the lower levels, but realistically, it's what they want. Like, that's the reason we have JD Vance in the spot he's in. It's because it's what they wanted. It's what Peter Thiel wanted. It's what the system wanted. They've been trying to prop this guy up to be president for the last 10 fucking years. This guy was a nobody 6 years. Nobody knew who he was 6 years ago. Now he's the fucking vice president. He was a senator. Like, this guy went from nobody to being in the government out of nowhere because he wrote a fucking book, and then he's the vice president. He was a guy who called Trump Hitler. I don't know. It's just, you got to look at, like, how these things happen, and you have to see that we don't have a say, and they don't want us to have a say, and they're very open about that, but everybody, not everybody, but all the retards in the country want us to believe that we do have a say. They're like, oh, but we do have a vote. You just have to get out and vote Republican, beat the Democrats every time. It's like, okay, but what about the fact that the GOP's raping us? Like, are we ever going to do anything about that? Like, I get it. The Democrats are bad. They want a lot of bad shit. I don't want open borders. I don't want all the weird shit. I don't want any of it. But at the same time, it's like, can we address the GOP issues? Can we not just write a blank check of support to an organization who is fucking us over, who is selling us out to a foreign nation and letting our boys go die for Israel? Like, can we not sign a blank check of support for that? Is that too much to fucking ask of people? Some reason it is. But let me show this beginning video of Ben Shapiro's thing. Like I said, I wanted to just show this really quick, the first minute of it. I thought the first minute of it was just... it just proves how big of a piece of shit this guy is. It's just so patronizing. It's just such an asshole move. But here we go. Let's watch this really quick. And like I said, it's not going to be a crazy long show today. Not going to be anything too crazy. I'm kind of fucking tired today. Just not feeling it. And I got a lot of studying to do tonight just for preparing for Jubilee. Not a lot. I'm actually pretty up to date on all my immigration laws, but just to refresh and catch up. Well, let's watch the first minute of this.
Are you suffering from ideological bloat, verbal diarrhea, brain cramps, all over the current Trump action against Iran? This is a medical warning. You may be suffering from IPS, Iranian propaganda syndrome. Left untreated, it may result in stupidity, click whoring, and awkward giggle. To understand just what's actually going on, I want to start with the truth. This war is justified, it will be short, and we will win. Okay, so let's talk about the justification for the war. A lot of people are
Like, that's really the part I wanted to show you. Maybe watch a second longer, because I didn't even watch the video, and I want to see how he starts off the justification. But it's just like, are you suffering from Iranian propaganda? Like, what? Like, kill yourself. Like, fuck off. You're so fucking annoying, so patronizing. Ugh, like, this war is not in America's interest, and the justification, I'm curious to hear before I just assume what his justification is going to be, let's listen to it, and then I'll pick it apart.
Still asking, understandably, what this conflict is all about. After all, they say,
and by the way, his hat gets bigger every time, and so do his eyebrows. Like, what the fuck's going on there?
The administration has made a wide variety of cases. It's about preventing terrorism, or maybe it's about nuclear development.
It's going to create more terrorism. And you said we set back their nuclear program 10 years. You can't have it both ways, fucktard.
Or ballistic missile development. Or it's about helping the Iranian people overthrow the regime.
The Iranian people now want to bomb us because of this. The Iranian people hate us. It was confirmed. We blew up a school of 175 little girls.
It's about an imminent threat, or maybe a more distant future threat. See, here is the actual answer. All of the above. See, as we've discussed, Iran is an enemy of the United States and has been for nearly half a century. They're responsible for the death of hundreds of Americans, the undermining of American allies, the spread of terror regionally and globally, attempted assassinations of President Trump, and massive geopolitical.
So he says it's about all of them. So the nuclear thing from June, that was either a lie then or it's a lie now. You fucking pick. The ballistic missiles, he's not wrong. They've been stocking up ballistic missiles, but why have they been doing that? Because they knew that after the 12-day war that wasn't the end of it, that they were going to be attacked again. So it's like, why just be a laying duck? That makes sense. Then he talks about, like, freeing the people. The people fucking hate us. Like, all these points are just awful so far. We're only going to listen to this for a couple minutes. I'm curious at how he tries to justify this.
Turmoil. Iran is also a supplier of oil to China. About 60% of all Iranian oil goes to China, our chief geopolitical opponent, and they are a supplier of drones to our other chief geopolitical opponent, Russia. And then there's the question of why now. So again, there are a few reasons. Iran has been radically ramping up its ballistic missile facilities to the point where the United States and its allies would be unable to fully stop Iran's terror apparatus and regional power grab. Iran has been redeveloping its nuclear capacity since the 12-day war. If they achieved a nuclear weapon, it would make it nearly impossible to course correct the regime or topple it. See North Korea. At the same time, a unique opportunity presented itself. Millions of Iranians in the streets, hoping to overturn the regime. A uniquely weak Iranian air defense capacity, and the complete collapse of the Iranian economy. It is in America's interest for Iran to pose no threat to its neighbors, the region, or the world. It's in our interest to dramatically weaken that China-Russia-Iran axis. And it's in our interest.
Is he fucking kidding me? He's talking about Israel, so it's in our interest to protect Israel. Is what he said. That's another way of putting that. It's in our interest to protect Israel. So it's in Israel's interest, you fucking cuck. Like, fuck these people.
To act when we can at the point of highest possible success and the point of lowest possible risk. So why doesn't the Trump administration just say all of this clearly? The Trump administration, for example, has not pointed out really the connections between Iran and Russia. The answer is because President Trump is still pursuing a settlement in Ukraine. He's trying not to alienate the Russians. The administration also is not tying Iran to China because President Trump is trying to find an off-ramp with China regarding Taiwan and doesn't want to draw China into the conflict with Iran. Trump also isn't making the case that Iran is a target of opportunity for regime change or that the United States is engaging in preemptive war, probably out of concern for rhetorical similarity to the Bush administration. But here's the thing. This is not Iraq, and Trump is not Bush.
So he doesn't want to say things because he doesn't want people to assume that he's Bush 2.0, even though he's doing what Bush did. Again, like, these people, like, it's so hard for him to try and justify this, and the thing is, like, he thinks he's right on this, but it's so hard for him to try and justify this because he is so fucking wrong. It's actually insane. Like, everything he says, you could just debunk in 1 second, like I'm doing.
Which brings us to the bigger question. How does all of this end? We've heard a variety of goals from the Trump administration. Destruction of Iran's forward capacity, unconditional surrender, regime change. Any or all of these results would count as major wins for the Trump administration. For its part, the White House says that President Trump will set the terms of victory. Yesterday, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt explained
that Iran is in a place of unconditional surrender. He's not claiming the Iranian regime is going to come out and say that themselves. What the president means is that Iran's threats will no longer be backed by a ballistic missile arsenal that protects them from building a nuclear bomb in their country. I could make an empty threat, but if I have no actions to back it up, then it's an empty threat. And so President Trump will determine when Iran is in a place of unconditional surrender, when they no longer pose a credible and direct threat to the United States of America and our allies.
So by that logic of what she just said, Iran is a country built for war. They're a country of 90 million people where they have cities underground, like literal cities underground and under mountains, including their nuclear missile facilities underground. So what they're saying is they're going to destroy everything above ground and everything below ground before they consider it a surrender. So we're just going to fucking blow up the entire nation. And all this is happening because Israel threatened to nuke Iran if Trump didn't get involved, so Trump got involved. Like, we are literally just Israel's bitch.
Now, it sounds a little bit facetious, but it really isn't. It isn't because in the end, it is really unlikely the Iranian government is going to simply announce that it has surrendered. That actually has not happened in a major American war since World War II, when General Alfred Jodl signed the German Instrument of Surrender in France, and Japanese representatives did the same aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay. There have been armistices, like the Korean War. We've seen political transitions, like Iraq, Afghanistan, Venezuela. But unconditional surrender, as in Ayatollah Mojtaba Khomeini on an American aircraft carrier signing a document, that is not going to happen. So, what would unconditional surrender mean practically? As Caroline Levitt says, it would mean Iran is in no position to continue the fight in any real way. And here's the thing. We're almost there now. We are running out of targets in Iran. That is the reality. Here is a timeline of the first 10 days of Operation Epic Fury as put out by the Department of War. I mean, that is an awfully large list of targets, including the blowing up of Iran's major air defenses. By March 3rd, the United States had emptied the Arabian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, and Gulf of Oman.
So just to be clear, the Iranian girls' school was on the in the impact zone. That's why it ended up getting shot, because we were using data we got from Israel, and the data we got from Israel had that included in there as a military base. And there was a military base nearby, but what we did is we sent a Tomahawk missile into a school of 175 little girls and murdered them all. And then Donald Trump lied about it, saying that Iran did it, and then they did an investigation, confirmed that it was the United States. And Trump was asked about it, and he says, oh, I just don't know about it. So the commander-in-chief refuses to accept responsibility for that as well.
All Iranian warships by this Monday, we'd put 50 Iranian Navy vessels out of action. Caroline Levitt spelled out the Iranian Navy's dire position yesterday.
The United States is also annihilating the Iranian regime's navy, and we have destroyed more than 50 Iranian naval vessels, including a major drone carrier ship. None of the regime's vessels are operating in major regional waterways, and the Iranian navy has been assessed as combat ineffective.
Okay, so
all right, we're going to watch this video for just a couple more minutes until he brings on this guest guy in like 3 to 4 minutes. I'm just curious at where he takes this because it's been so retarded so far. I've been able to pick apart every single point he's made, and I'm fucking half asleep today.
Basically, the Iranians have been relegated to firing the occasional drone at American shipping. Well, what about suspicions that Iranians might plant mines in the Straits of Hormuz? President Trump touted destruction of those mines on Truth Social yesterday. He said, quote, I'm pleased to report that within the last few hours, we have hit and completely destroyed 10 inactive mine-laying boats and or ships with more to follow.
Well, apparently they laid about 10 more of them or more of them today. So apparently they laid way more of them down today. So I don't think that's true. Where do you hear Israel threatened to nuke Iran if U.S. didn't get involved? I believe you. I'm just curious who said it. It's more just speculation. I mean, Bibi Netanyahu came to visit Trump over 8 times. And it was reported every single time that he asked Trump to start a war with Iran. And the speculation is after the last meeting that basically Bibi said that if we don't have, that they were going to strike Iran, and if they didn't have the United States' help, they would need to use their nukes in order to win it. So that was being reported. I don't know. Again, we don't have a 100% confirmation on that, but I think it's the right course of thinking. I think it's the right way to speculate about that.
President Trump. Meanwhile, Iran's oil industry is basically at the mercy of the United States. We and our Israeli allies have attacked the oil facilities that are most directly connected to the IRGC. We're not blowing up all the oil fields or anything remotely like it. We certainly could. We are not doing that because we do not wish to push the Chinese into some sort of action, and also because a lot of those oil fields are so connected to an Iranian economy that supports the population. The oil fields and refineries that are being hit are directly connected to the IRGC. It's still possible that in the near future, the United States might just grab Kharg Island and take control of 90% of Iranian oil export capacity. And as for complaints that the United States is at the mercy of Iranian-caused oil shocks, that is not true. I'm sorry, but it isn't. Crude oil closed yesterday at about $80. Remember, catastrophists were predicting 48 hours ago it would be at 150 or $200 a barrel. As Alicia Finley pointed,
Again, he's justifying the price. Oil is fucking expensive right now. Gas is expensive. Flights are crazy expensive right now because of all this. Again, this is more just propaganda.
Points out in the Wall Street Journal, quote, unlike during past oil shocks in the 1970s and the first Gulf War, the United States does not depend on the Middle East for oil. The vast majority of the oil Americans consume is now produced in the United States and Canada. Americans will see higher prices in the short term because oil is traded globally. But we face little risk of actual supply shortages unlike the 70s. More vulnerable is China, which gets most of its oil from the Middle East and Russia. So, what comes next? Well, we may be nearing the point where the Iranian regime will have been as weakened as humanly possible from the air. And that means the devastation of the IRGC's facilities. Yesterday, tape allegedly emerged from Iran of an IRGC Basij member abandoning his post. Here's what that looks like. He's apparently saying everyone is gone or leaving. I'm going home too. It seems like the regime is finished and we should surrender. I just hope the people don't take revenge on us. And you can hope that's real, even if it's propaganda. I hope that it is going out to the IRGC and Basij at this point. Now, this kind of stuff could be happening all over the country. We don't really know because the regime has shut down the internet. What we do know is that the
we've seen tons of videos from Iran that kind of show the opposite of that, actually.
IRGC has been totally pulverized from the air. There is no money coming in to pay the Ayatollah's henchmen, and the Ayatollah himself is dead, and his ridiculous son is now supposedly running the place, and people are bowing to cardboard cutouts of him. Well, soon as...
Well, it's also being reported, and this is something that I speculated the day we killed the Ayatollah. I said someone in his family is probably going to take the line next, and I said that person's going to go 10 times harder than their dad went, and it's because... It's like you kill someone's dad in that way. You don't just like some people are going to be fearful, but a true leader is not going to be. A true leader is going to stand up, and a true leader is going to be 10 times as crazy as the one before them was. That's what's going to happen. It's like, again, why are we so shocked that so many terrorists are created in the Middle East when we have literally killed so many men, women, and children in the Middle East? So many terrorists who do not like the United States. It's because... Like I said, it's like we blow up a school full of little girls. All their dads now are potential terrorists. I mean, all the dads of those little girls, what do they have to fucking lose at this point? Like, seriously, what do they have to fucking lose anymore? And then it's like, same thing. It's like you kill someone's parents, that son grows up, he's then wanting vengeance the rest of his life. Like, that's his origin story. And we do not think about these things. And for some reason, our leadership is too retarded to understand it.
The president has suggested over and over again, it will actually be up to the Iranian people to take the final steps. Remember, this war actually began with the Iranian government slaughtering protesters in the streets. Some 32,000 of...
Again, that was very misrepresented by the media. We covered that on this show. It was nothing like they reported, and a lot of it was started by the CIA and Mossad. That was also reported as well in the media. Even some of the major media ones are reporting that, not just smaller ones like myself. But they were saying that the CIA and Mossad was trying to get the Iranians to stand up against their government, and then they wildly misreported how many people were killed. It was some, but nowhere close to 30,000.
President Trump promised help was on the way, and he has delivered. The Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, seems to be preparing the Iranians for precisely that moment, that they will have to move en masse to seize their government. He wrote on X yesterday, quote, "People of Iran, we are waging a historic war for liberty. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to remove the Ayatollah regime and gain your freedom. Together with the United States, we are hitting at the tyrants of Tehran harder than ever. The Ayatollah is no more, and I know you don't want him replaced with another tyrant, so you must act. We are creating the conditions for you to do so. We have hit countless regime targets. We have taken out thousands of IRGC thugs and hundreds of their missile launchers. We are focused on regime targets and are doing our best not to harm the people of Iran. We are your ally, your best ally. We fully respect your sovereignty, culture, and heritage. You asked for help, and help has arrived. We will continue to hit with growing force the tyrants who terrorized you for decades, the Ayatollahs and their..."
Yeah, I don't think they asked to be bombed. I don't think the citizens of Iran were like, hey, you know what I want for Christmas this year? I want to get bombed. I want to get fucking ass fucked by a Tomahawk missile. I want to just get fucking killed by... I want my daughter to get bombed in a school by a Tomahawk missile. Yeah, that's what I want this year for Christmas. I don't think any of them had that on their wish list. I don't think any of them, when they rubbed the lamp and the genie came out and granted them 3 wishes, I don't think any of them wished to have their country bombed and their kids killed and their fucking... Like, I don't know. I find the entirety of this video we watched so far, that 9 minutes of it, to be just absolute bullshit and propaganda so far. Like, fuck Bibi Netanyahu. This guy's a fucking war criminal. I love that Fishback video the other day where it's like that Israeli girl walks up to Fishback, the Jew girl or whatever she is, I don't know. She walks up to Fishback and says, what do you think about Nick Fuentes endorsing you? Do you like that? And then he goes, I'm happy with any American that endorses me. I support the free speech rights of every American. I support your right to defend Israel, and I support my right. And then he starts screaming. He goes, and I support my right to call Benjamin Netanyahu a war criminal who should be in jail. And it was just so hype. It was like, holy shit, like he's him. This is the Conor McGregor of politics. Like, this guy just came in out of nowhere, and he's like, and I will apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. It's like, holy shit, this guy's got aura. But yeah, I don't know. Fuck Benjamin Netanyahu. Fuck Ben Shapiro. Fuck all these people. These people are trash. They are cancer.
Henchmen are on the run, but those cowards have nowhere to hide. In the coming days, we will create conditions for you to grasp your destiny. Your dreams will become a reality when the time is right, and that time is fast approaching. We will pass the torch to you. Be ready to seize the moment. I mean, that's pretty clear. Meanwhile, Reza Pahlavi, who is the crown prince, the son of the Shah.
I just still can't get over the fact that he goes, "We're your greatest ally." It's like, dude, you're bombing us. Like, what do you mean you're our greatest ally? You bombed us in the middle of the fucking night. You have been you killed our leadership. You and your ally, the United States, bombed a fucking school full of little girls. You guys have been bombing the shit out of us and saying you're gonna do that for months now. You're killing a lot of our men and women. Like, it's like, no, but we're your greatest ally. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like when Israel's like, guys, we're your greatest ally, but it's like, I know about the dancing Israelis, and I know about the Israeli art students, and I know about the USS Liberty. I know how we killed JFK, but guys, we're your greatest ally. It's like, what? Like, somehow they believe it, and somehow there's gonna be some Iranian like, guys, Israel's our greatest ally. It's like, oh, you fucking idiot. You fucking retards. If you think Israel's your greatest ally, whatever country you're from in this world, you're not gonna make it. Yeah, I hope you get fucking wrecked by a tomahawk. No, I'm kidding. I don't hope anyone dies. That's terrible. But it's like, if you're that dumb, you're not gonna. Natural selection will take its course eventually. If you're that fucking stupid, if you trust the Israelis, you're gonna die. I mean, it's what's gonna happen. Eventually, they'll kill you. You can't trust them. It's like the mafia. It's like, you know, those guys, they were brothers, they were cousins, they were friends, they were a family technically, but at the same time, none of them trusted the other. Like Henry Hill says in Goodfellas, they come as your friends. They don't come and sneak up behind you, because if it was the police, or how to say, if they were wise guys, you would never even hear them. They come as your friends. Like, they don't come as the bad guys. Israel is the guy who shot Tommy in Goodfellas. They come as your friends. They make you think, hey, we're gonna make you today, and then they fucking put a bullet in the back of your head. They make you think, hey guys, we're your greatest ally, and then they bomb the USS Liberty and fucking strafe it, and then, like, I don't know, fuck these people, fuck this whole fuck that country. Seriously, it cannot be stated enough how bad Israel is for the United States. It really is the, like, toxic girlfriend that the United States doesn't seem to be able to get away from. There's, like, the neocon lobby, and that's the side of, you know, the boyfriend that's like, you know what, but we should give her, I know she's cheated on me every chance she got, I know she abuses me, I know she's a piece of shit, I know she's fucked a ton of black guys, but we should still be with her. And then you have the America First side, which is like, dude, are you fucking kidding me, you pussy cuck? Like, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. It really is just this toxic girlfriend we can't get away from. Israel is probably the worst thing that ever happened to the United States, arguably. But I wouldn't even say I think it just is. I don't even think it's a competition, actually. It is the worst thing to happen to the United States for sure. I mean, I'm trying to think of other things that could even compete, and it's like, I don't think anything has had that sort of, not only financial, but life loss implications, political ramification. Like, I don't see anything else that even measures up to that, with how bad it is, with how much they rape us, rob us, and loot us of our sovereignty, of our right to live and exist. Like, in the end, for their prophecy to be true, we all have to fucking die. And for some reason, we're supporting that. For some reason, we're supporting and funding our inevitable death and suicide from this, or not suicide, homicide from this country. Because, like I said, if their prophecy is correct and true, and, like, we're the ones who are wrong, you know, if we're wrong about Jesus, we're wrong about everything, and they're right, then we all have to die eventually for their prophecy to come true. And I'm not here for that. And also, beyond that, Christ is king. And, like, the whole, like, Judeo-Christian, it's like, okay, one rejects Jesus Christ, one celebrates Jesus Christ as the king. I don't see how Judeo-Christian even makes sense. Like, I've talked about a lot of times, it is just a oxymoron. Like, they just don't go with each other. Like, what about them makes sense? The fact that we're both, like, kind of against Muslims, okay. Like, sick. Like, I don't like towelheads. Just because you don't like towelheads doesn't mean we're best friends. Just because we have one stupid fucking thing in common doesn't mean we're best friends. No, sorry. Not here for that. Here's the thing. Everyone always says, oh, but the Muslims are so much worse. And it's like, I get it. They smell worse. They're fucking annoying. They do bomb a lot of shit. Like, there's a lot of fucked up things about the Muslims. You know, their prophet was a pedophile. A lot of fucked up things about the Muslims. but they're not organized in the same manner that Jews are, and they can't accomplish what Jews can accomplish on the global scale. They're just not smart enough. They're not as smart as the Jews. Put it blatantly. The Jews are able to, like I said, they constructed Hollywood. They run the banks. They run the country. They run politics. They run the New World Order, the global order. They run the World Economic Forum. They run all the biggest companies, and they're less than 2% of the population in the United States. They're overly represented in every single field, and in the end, they are a bigger threat. Like, when it comes to just physical violence, who's likely to commit more crimes in that manner? Probably Muslims. Like, against the United States, at least, probably Muslims. Like, Israelis definitely would and will, and they have many times. It's not saying that they're not. Saying if for violence, probably the Muslims are worse, but for raping the country politically, financially, draining us, easily Judaism. Like, not even fucking close. And I would say in the long term, that's probably worse. Like, we could defend against bombs, we could defend against terrorism. We've proved, though, we can't defend against the lobbying from AIPAC. We cannot defend against a lot of these things. And finally, people are starting to wake up to it. Maybe we'll be able to as people wake up to it. But for so long, people have just kept their eyes closed to it because they didn't want to be deemed anti-Semitic. Nobody gives a shit about being deemed an Islamophobe nowadays. It's honestly the cool thing. If you're saying Muslims are towel heads, and their prophet's a pedophile, and they're fucking disgusting, brown clown, like whatever the fuck you want to say, nobody gives a shit. But then you call, like, I don't know, you make a Jew joke, or you say something about the Israel lobby, or even if you go as far as to say something as crazy as saying, I want to support Israel financially. I know that's crazy to say, guys. But you say that, and they're like, you're an anti-Semite. You're the next coming of Hitler. We need to destroy this Nazi. And it's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? And then, like I said at the beginning of the show, it's all my prediction, very long term, for when Gen Z gets into power is two different things. One is more likely, but the more likely one, like I said, is the way they talk about Muslims now is the way that Gen Z is going to be talking about Judaism and Jews when we're in power, most likely. Like, most likely, the way Randy Fine and you have different representatives tweeting out, like, Muslims or dogs in the country, or, like, expel all Muslims, they don't, assimilate to American culture. We're going to be seeing that same rhetoric about Jews, and they normalize that. They only have themselves to blame, and it's really the Jewish media is doing it. It's like, you don't see a lot of regular representatives tweeting out, like, fuck Muslims, but you see Randy Fine doing it every day. You see, like, people like Laura Loomer and Ben Shapiro doing it daily, and it's like, okay, so you guys are doing this to a religion, and then when someone does it to your religion, you're going to cry Holocaust. But you're going to lose that right eventually. So, I don't know. That's my prediction. I think that same rhetoric will be used right back against them in the coming decades. And then, like I said, we could also go as far as, and I don't think this would actually happen, but if a Gen Z Groyper or something like that, it was ever in power, was ever in the presidency or in the White House, you could literally use the same argument of, like, we've been at war with them for 47 years to say, okay, we've been at war with Israel since the USS Liberty. Like, that's the same logic, literal same logic. They're like, okay, they attacked us once in, like, the 70s, so we've been at war with them for 47 years. Okay, well, Israel attacked us. We've been at war with them ever since. They've taken over our media, our banks. They've taken over our politics since then, too. So, like, you can make a way more coherent argument that we have been at war with Israel for this long than we've been at war with Iran. Saying we've been at war with Iran for this long is just like the lowest tier of propaganda, like the lowest IQ level of propaganda. And the people that accept that, and the people that recite that, and the people that will repeat it constantly, like, those are the retards in this country that you really just, like, don't even try and convince. I know sometimes it's enticing to try and, like, convince people to come over to your side politically or to align with you more ideologically, but it's like, some people like that, you just have to let go, because you will never convince somebody that stupid. Like, that person is so fucking lost and sold, and they, like, honestly need that propaganda to survive at that point. Like, if they didn't have it, they would have nothing. These people are so fucking retarded. Some people in this country just have such low IQs and low critical thinking levels, and they are really so fucking lost and stupid, and there's nothing we could do to fix it. There's nothing we could do to fix them, and that is sad, but it is true. And, like, every day when you run into one of these people, I know it's enticing, but just don't even try and convince them. Like, don't even try and, like, be like, dude, you're wrong about, like, just, like, be like, yeah, okay, have a good day. Like, just fucking let it go, because it's like, these people are not gonna fucking make it, and it's just not worth wasting our fucking time. I look kind of sunburned. I know it's a sidetrack. Maybe it's just my lighting, because I have it on, like a weird tone on the lighting, but I look sunburned, and I don't think I am. I think I'm just tan today. I was laying out in the sun. Maybe I am sunburned. I don't know. Just got sidetracked. I just glance over at my monitor and I see myself and I'm like, I do look handsome. I'm a handsome son of a bitch. We could say that. But I'm looking a little like Larry the Lobster here. Like, the fuck is going on? What the fuck is this? This is crazy. But okay, let's move on from that. Let's talk a little bit more about this drone threat, and then we'll just go on to this Myron video. I already talked about the drone threat a bit in the beginning of the video, so we're not going to talk about it a ton right now. We'll go on to the Myron video shortly. But with the drone threat, do I think it's likely? I think it's a higher likeliness that a false flag would happen than Iran would actually strike the American homeland. Like, if they had the ability to, maybe you can convince me that it would be real. But they really don't have the ability to. Like, unless they launch them out of Russia or launch them out of somewhere else besides Iran, they don't have the ability to make it to the United States. And I just don't see, like, a real benefit to, like, maybe you could make an argument like this is their Samson option. Like, they know they're all fucked anyway, so why not bomb the United States? But I just don't see, it as a realistic threat. And I think there is a threat to the area. Like, I think California should be worried a little bit, but I don't think they should necessarily be worried that Iran is going to attack them. I think they should be worried that Israel or the United States is going to attack them, and they're going to say Iran did it. Like, I think that's the more likely scenario. Like, a false flag seems like the likely scenario, so that makes me scared as well, because maybe, like, if Iran's gonna attack, they might wait till I leave LA to bomb LA. Not that I want, like, I mean, that just sounds so morbid the way I say it, but it's like, I'm about to go there in 2 days, and they're like, guys, just so you know, there might be a drone bombing, but if Iran's going to do it, they might let me go. They're like, this guy, he is working against the administration. He's not working for him. But then if it's a false flag, Israel's going to be like, you know, guys, here's how we take him out, and we make it look like Iran did it. And then it's like, okay, come on, fuck. I don't want to die. Guys, I don't want to fucking die. Everyone say a prayer for me, please, this weekend. Not only that I do well on Jubilee, but say a prayer that I don't fucking die in a drone strike on the way. Or I don't have to wait in a 2-hour line in TSA. I'll fucking lose my fucking mind if I have to wait in a TSA line. But, yeah, I don't think the idea that a real attack from Iran would happen on the U.S. homeland outside of, like, terrorist proxies or, like some like we saw in Texas. Like, I could see that happening. I could see, you know, some Iranian dude in the United States shooting something up, or homemade bomb like we saw in New York City at Jake Lang's event, or something like that. But I think the idea of, like, a legit drone strike on the west coast of California, I just don't think it's likely unless it comes from the United States. And that's the thing, like, there's always going to be speculation. Like, theoretically, Iran could strike California. There are always going to be Americans who speculate that it was a false flag. That's also going to be a part of it. No matter what happens, you're going to get mixed messaging. Like, there can be overwhelming evidence to show Iran did it, and you'll still get mixed messaging if people, even people on the American First side, who were saying, oh, was this a false flag from Israel or the United States? And we would have to question that. Given everything we know about the conflict, the fact that the United States is in this conflict for Israel, not for the United States, that it doesn't benefit us, but this does benefit Israel the more we get drawn into this war. Like, the more the United States is in this war, the more firepower we're using, the better this is for Israel. Every missile we send, every plane we send up, every bullet that's fired, it's better for Israel in the long run. So if they were to bomb the United States homeland, the United States would 100% get involved, way further than we already are, which is better for Israel. And beyond that, like, it could even incline the United States to use something closer to a nuclear weapon. Nick Fuentes talked about this point, and I actually think it's a credible point, that Trump does have a big ego. It's something we've talked about for a while. It's very clear this guy has an ego. Like, even if you like Trump, you can admit he has an ego. Trump might be the guy who says, like, I want to drop the bomb. Like, Trump might be that guy with his ego to be like, yeah, I want to be the president to go down in the history books as the one who dropped the bomb. It's very clear he wants his name to be in history. He wants to be this notorious American president. So I think it's on the table for Trump. You know, Caroline Leavitt even said it herself. Like, everybody looks at the statement when she was asked about the draft in one very specific way, and they think it only pertains to the draft, but it pertains to a lot of other things. Like, Caroline Leavitt was asked, you know, will the United States use the draft? And she said the president refuses to take any options off the table as a smart president would. There's a few ways to look at that. One way to look at it is to say, okay, maybe they will draft, maybe they won't. They probably won't, but another way to look at it is, okay, what are the other options? Like, outside of just the draft, what are other options the president could put on and take off the table? One of them is a nuclear weapon. And she made it very clear. Trump is not taking anything off the table. So again, I would say it's more likely that we use a nuclear bomb than it is that the United States would draft. I don't necessarily know or think the United States would use a bomb, but I think it's very much a possibility. I think it is a possibility. I think it is something we need to worry about because there would be global ramifications at that point. I mean, there would be a global response to that if we used a nuclear weapon, especially in the Middle East, a region we've already destabilized. Because the majority of the world knows that we're not in this war for us. Like, even countries like Spain, France, parts of the UK, like, they're outright saying, like, America's not in this war for them. They're in it for Israel. We're not going to support it. We're not going to allow them to use the bases in our countries, etc. And then you have people like Lindsey Graham going on, like, shitting on those countries. And then he says, we should move all our shit to Israel. It's like, okay, you fucking asshole. Like, okay, fuck these. Like, this is why we say fuck these people. Because they're like, we should move everything to Israel. God bless Israel. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you. But yeah, I think it's possible Trump drops a nuke on Iran. Do I think it's likely? I'd put it at less than 20% chance. But I do think it's over 10%. Somewhere between 10 and 20%. But yeah, I don't know. I get nervous even talking about and thinking about some of this stuff, especially as I'm going to travel. Like, it really does, like, kind of bug me out a little bit to think I'm going to be on a plane in a couple days heading to the state that they said is going to get fucking bombed. But again, we'll pray. We'll use the power of prayer there. We'll be safe. I'll have a good time. I'll be just fine. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm just tired now. My jokes aren't coming. Like, I don't know. I'm just not with it as much as I usually am today. Like I said, just didn't fucking sleep at all last night. But let's go on. Like I said, let's watch this Myron video. We'll wrap up the show. We'll go over to our comment section after we watch the Myron video. But I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We'll read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, whatever platform you're on. And join my Telegram by scanning the code up in the corner. Give me one moment. Let me get this set up on here. I know I got to resize it. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, I don't know. This is a video that I had a couple people send to me. I have not watched it. It's Myron debating a female professor, a college female professor. And the video is titled, College Professor Accidentally Exposes Why Women Deserve Less. And everyone said, watch this, it's a good video, so this is how we'll wrap up the show today. Like I said, there just wasn't a lot of news today. Like, I could read you guys some of the things that are trending right now, or just show you. James Fishback emerges as Gen Z favorite in GOP primary. That's awesome. We've talked about that. There was a Jew billionaire who cut millions from TPUSA over Charlie Kirk's Tucker ties. We already knew that from Charlie Kirk's text messages. Ted Cruz shares bikini meme harassment and anti-Semitism speech. I've contributed to that, so I'm glad about that. Unverified claim of Chinese weapon shipment to Iran and U.S.-Israel war. Okay, that's very new. Did not see that. Kanye West's old Kushner warnings resurface after Trump's Iran strikes. Yeah, we know about Kushner. The U.S. just deployed a weapon that was supposed to stay classified for another decade. The U.S. just deployed soft-kill electronic warfare in Iran. No bullets, no bombs, total destruction. What the fuck? I mean, I guess this is the tweet everyone's talking about. Iran received a ton of hardware from China, it looks like. But nothing has been confirmed from. I'm not seeing any posts from any credible sources. Okay, let's go back to the video. But yeah, like I said, see, nothing's fucking trending. Like, there's nothing to talk about today. Well, let's watch this. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. Get it pulled up here, and we'll go right for it.
They could be this delusional, this unaware, lack this much critical thinking, and still make it by in life. If we took her brain and put it in a man's body, he'd be f***ing homeless.
No.
This girl's
See, that's what you are doing.
This is incredible.
I love when they say that to women because it's always so true. It's like if you took her brain and put it in a male's body, they would be homeless like every fucking time. Like these women are so retarded.
College student too. This is the perfect example of higher education does not mean that you're higher IQ. This is crazy. You're good. Go ahead, let her go first. She was there.
Hi, your statement here, women deserve less.
Yes.
What substantiates that conclusion?
What substantiates why men need to give women less?
Why? Wait. Because what you said was different. You said, okay, I'm reading, women deserve less. And then you said...
Someone just goes, my trusted sources told me that there are about 6 million Iranian sleeper cells in the USA. It's a weird way to spell 271,000.
Men, something give women less?
Women deserve less?
Okay, so that claim. What substantiates that claim?
Because women are incredibly entitled, rude, narcissistic, solipsistic, have huge egos.
Okay, so let's zero in on that one point. You said entitled. So women are entitled. How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, I think any heterosexual guy here will agree with me that dating women...
How did you come to that conclusion? What's your reasoning?
So you want my anecdotal answer?
No, I don't. I'm talking about logic. Like, what's your reasoning? This doesn't include...
Okay, I mean, I can draw from many different...
You can tell by her voice alone that she's a fucking retard. Like, seriously, you can tell by the tone of her voice alone that she has nothing going on behind those eyes. She is just brain dead.
I guess pools. But in general, I've talked to over 4,000 women.
No. This isn't. I'm trying to get what science substantiates that claim. What studies are there that support the claim that women are entitled, and then therefore it necessarily follows that women deserve less?
Women, okay, are opportunistic maters.
Okay. No. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. Now you're.
Every time he tries to answer, she's like. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You're proving his point in real time. Like, holy. Christian goes, Myron's gay. Again, I'm a Christian, so my views on things are different, but he gets a ton of pussy, so it's like, I don't think he's gay. Like, not that I think men should be going around sleeping around with a ton of women, but I don't think he's gay. I actually do not think that. I think a guy who cracks a ton of girls is probably not gay, actually. So that's a retarded comment. Just because you don't agree with him ideologically doesn't mean he's gay.
Different. So we started off with women are entitled, and now you're saying opportunistic maters. Which one? Like, let's focus on one at a time.
If you stop interrupting me, then I can explain it out for you, because this is obviously I need to start at 1 before I get you to 10.
Okay.
I thought.
So number 1, women are opportunistic lovers. Okay. So what that means is they require far more from the man than the man requires of them. Okay, this is shown all throughout the animal kingdom. The man must be able to provide, protect. Okay, she has her notebook out. Okay, great.
I'm trying to follow your premise.
Sure, yeah. Okay, we'll go through it then.
To see if your conclusion logically
Yeah, sure. So women are opportunistic lovers. Okay, and what that means is they require more from their mate than their mate requires of them. Typically, men just want sexual access. Women want security, and that security falls in many different forms: provisioning, protection, leadership, competence, etc. So since women are opportunistic lovers,
this low IQ sub-Saharan in my kick chat just goes, white people make up 60% of the population, 80% of the overdose. Do you care to speak on it? Yeah, it's sad when any white person dies, but also per capita, you fucking retard. Like, black people are 13% of the population. Black males are about 6 to 6.5% of it, and they're over 60% of all the fucking murders. So, shut the fuck up. Like, dude, again, black people are never beating the allegations, any of them. This guy is such a low IQ sub-Saharan.
And require more from the guy, okay? What ends up happening is women have a you need to impress me type mindset. Now, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm all for men competing in the hierarchy for the pursuit of reproductive access. However, in 2026, with the explosion of the internet, dating apps, social media, etc., women have become almost insufferable and intolerable with their solipsism, narcissism, entitlement, etc. So in other words, average women think that average men don't qualify for them. Average women think that they're better than average.
Dude, this guy's retarded. He's like, you should want to focus on the white people, not the black people. It's like, how about I just want to fix America as a whole? Yeah, we could be worried about both. We could be worried about the fact that blacks are murderous and very violent by nature and very dumb by nature. They have very low IQs. And we could also talk about that there's too many people overdosing in the country. You're retarded. Like, this guy's probably the most annoying person ever. He was in that politically provoked chat, and that's where he found me. He's just a fucking retard. Again, you have the average IQ of a black person. You're not worth my time.
Average men. So, and this is because a lot of simps blow smoke up women's asses thanks to the internet, and this has them going out thinking that they demand or want the best guy because also, since we live in what I call a globalized sexual marketplace, women have access to higher status and more attractive men. So once a woman has access to these kinds of men, she automatically assumes she's at that level. A woman could date 3, 4, 5, 6 different levels above herself. So what ends up happening is they conflate that sexual access or that dating access with this is what I deserve in a long-term relationship, and the two typically don't align. So this is why I say women deserve less because most guys give them more. So you need to stick out and not be a simp.
Okay. So you went through a series of propositions. The first one is that women are opportunists.
Someone goes by nurture, not by nature. You'd actually argue both, but yeah, I mean, like, black people are just genetically low IQ, and that is a problem. Like, even Jeffrey Epstein was trying to run studies like, how can we fix the black IQ? They are just overwhelmingly fucking stupid. This guy goes, you can't speak on the white overdoses? What do you want me to say? It's sad. Like, but again, per capita, black people contribute way more harm to society. So again, we're focused on fixing America. We're going to take it one issue at a time. Would you consider yourself racist, colorist? I would consider myself objectively right. I would consider myself to just be truthful no matter who it offends. I don't give a shit. If you want to call me a racist, who fucking cares? But the truth is, there is the same way there's differences genetically that make black people faster, their muscles grow differently, their brains grow differently, everything grows differently. Their bones are different sizes. There's also differences with IQ. There's also genetic differences with IQ. And the longer we go without acknowledging that, it only makes it worse for them. Like, if we just keep throwing money at the issue, like you're putting a Band-Aid on a fucking knife wound, it's not going to work. You need to actually do something about it. We can't just, like, give them welfare and give them Section 8 and, you know, all these fucking different things and expect them to eventually fix themselves. Like, no, they're actually only getting worse over time. The statistics are only getting worse for child abandonment, for burglary, for murder, for all these things. So, yeah, I do think there's massive problems with the black community. I just don't see I don't see it as a productive society. I think the majority of black, and this is coming from someone who lived near a lot of them. They're just not a productive group of people for the most part, and they promote very degenerate, shitty things. So the fact that your race is overdosing faster than they're reproducing is not a problem to you. It is a problem to me. I talk about whites dying off all the fucking time. Like, again, just because you started tuning into the show yesterday doesn't mean you know everything about the show. You're kind of retarded. You tune into the show yesterday, 200-something episodes in, and then you're like, so you're not going to acknowledge this issue? It's like, okay, fucking retard. Like, learn the lore, fucktard.
Lovers, you substantiated that by saying that men just want sex and that women require more. Now let's examine what that means. So saying that women require more and that men only want sex, they only require sex, that is the
It is the predominant thing we look for.
Saying that so now you're making a universal claim for all men that women, like men, just want sex.
But we're all in this together as citizens. Your ideology is divisive. Shut the fuck up. Like, again, literally black people, not all, but a lot of them just despise white people, especially the really low IQ ones. So saying that I'm the divisive one when I'm just talking about what is true and what is not, it is true that there are a lot of blacks who hate whites. It is true that they still look at us as oppressors. It is true that no matter how much money we give them, they do not fix themselves. It is true they do have lower IQs. It is true that they commit more than half the crimes, being a very small percentage of the population. All these things are true. So again, like, you could blame me for what I'm fucking saying. Too much Myron Gaines influence. Again, like, I barely listen to Myron Gaines. I haven't even watched this clip. I barely fucking listen to him. I just sometimes enjoy it, find it funny. I get this from life experience. I get this from seeing it in real time. And, like, again, if you know that people want to bitch and call, like, people racist and divisive and all that, but it's like, And Nick Fuentes said this, I've said this, I'm sure Andrew Tate said, like, a lot of people have said this, but it's like, if you know that the next time you're going to get jumped is by a black guy, and the next time you're going to get robbed is by a black guy, and if you're ever going to get shot and killed, it's going to be by a black guy, and if you're going to get raped, it's going to be by a black guy, because the statistics say that it's way more likely to happen from them, you're going to be cautious being around them, and you might just avoid them as a whole, and that's what I do for the most part. And I encourage my viewers to do the same. I don't think it's a smart thing to be around people who are statistically more likely to fucking murder you and kill you and rob you. I just don't think that's a good idea. Everyone is programmed by the same people, bro. Black people didn't put themselves in these economic and mental strongholds. Okay, but that's bullshit. So saying that it's other people's problem, like faults all the time, like that's bullshit. At what point do you take responsibility for your own race, for yourself, and say we're gonna fix this? At what point is it not the white man's faults anymore? Like, so retarded. This guy in the fucking live chat is just not in the YouTube. This guy in the Kick live chat, this fucking sub-Saharan retard, is so fucking stupid. We're just gonna fucking kick him from the chat because I can't fucking stand low IQ retards. Yeah, alright. There we go. Fuck him. Like, so annoying. I just can't stand having to fucking talk to retards all the time. This guy's like, oh, you're not going to talk about the white deaths? You're talking only about how black people are fucking blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, like, shut the fuck up. Like, yes, it's a problem that white people overdose. It's also a problem that black people murder. Like, there are many problems. I talk about all of them. Like, shut the fuck up. These people are, like, new to the show, and then they're like, oh, like, kill yourself. Shut the fuck up. You don't even take responsibility for being a slave in your own country by the hands of police and military. How am I personally a slave to that? I actively push against a lot of the things with this government. This person's retarded. Saying you don't have a solution? Like, again, like, I'm not the fucking president. It's not my job to make a solution. But what's the solution for Black America? Try and encourage a lot of them to go back to Africa. The rest of them, let them figure it the fuck out. And if they can't, then that's their fucking problem. Stop giving them billions of dollars every year. Start there. Start actually putting people in jail if they abandon their kids. Stop giving people more money if they don't get married and have children. Stop promoting degeneracy. Stop promoting all the negative parts of black culture, which seems to be the majority of it. You know, those are some solutions right there that could work pretty well, actually. So if we had a president to fucking do that, we'd be fine. White people get talked down on, called racist, white supremacists. We're losing our jobs, and country housing for us has skyrocketed because we don't want to live next to murderers. Makes sense why whites are on drugs. Yeah, that's a good point there, too. It's also just like, again, when you get called a racist for saying like black people commit too many murders or they have a lower IQ, it's like, okay, like it's racist to just be true. Like, you're fucking retarded. Western civilization is dying because of white women, so to blame blacks is ridiculous. Again, that's partially true, but it's like, that's a retarded point to say it's all white women. No, it's white women just being okay with black behavior. Like, that's retarded. Like, blaming it on white women in the end is just saying that it is the black people. Because it's like the white women allow the immigrants and the black people to act this way and to do all this. And it's like, if the white women weren't doing that, if they couldn't vote or whatever, then we wouldn't let that happen. And in the end, it would just mean we're going to do the things that I'm saying about black. So in the end, it all comes back to, okay, maybe they are the fucking problem. Maybe black people are a big problem. Like, again, like, all the logic you throw at me, I'm able to turn right back around.
No, that is a predominant reason we talk to women in the first place.
So if
women didn't have vaginas, we would not talk to you guys.
Okay,
Probably.
you do that because
Most women are insufferable and annoying.
No,
Yes.
So most guys
yes.
would not talk to you if you didn't have a vagina.
Great. So that reason.
And that's a God honest truth.
Just. Wow.
I'm listening, but I'm just being real with you. Like, men typically only deal with women for sexual access. That's it.
Cool. So maybe men who reduce women to sexual objects do that. Though it's not necessarily the case that all men do that. There are men who do talk to women because women do offer friendship. They offer...
If you're a guy and you're genuinely friends with a girl, you're a retard. Like, if there's no ulterior motive or there's no game to it, like, what are you fucking doing? Seriously. Like, if you're not attempting to make something out of it or whatever, like, you're just wasting your fucking time. Like, being friends with a woman is the most mind-numbing thing ever because, like, You sit there and they'll try and talk to you like they're your friend, and all the conversations they want to have are just mind-numbing bullshit.
No guy wants to be friends with women. Most guys sit in the friend zone because it's a strategy to try to get laid later.
Exactly.
So you don't do that.
I'm sorry?
So you don't do that. And so
whether I do it or not is irrelevant. What I'm saying is that when guys have like allegedly platonic relationships with women as friendships, they typically have ulterior motives. They want to get laid.
So
exactly. If you're a guy and you are friends with a woman and you're not trying to date her or fuck her, you're just a retard. You are just as dumb as them, that means. Like, these people are actually retarded. Any guy who sits there and has like a real conversation with a woman and it's like, wow, this is a truly intelligent woman. It's like, no, you're actually just as dumb as the woman that means. It doesn't mean that you're talking to a smart woman. It means you're dumb. That's what that means.
Being friends with women has no benefit for a man.
Exactly.
Very little. Unless like she has some type of like situation where she can assist him or whatever. But in most male-female friendships, men derive almost no benefit from that friendship.
What about gay men? Gay men who are friends with women.
I'm sorry?
What about gay men who are friends with women?
They don't count because, well, they don't even hang out with women a lot of times.
Well, so why don't they count? Gay men, why don't they count? Gay men who are friends with women, why don't they?
Well, to keep the conversation like concise, heterosexual men typically don't derive benefit from being friends with women.
Okay.
Christian goes, said like a true loser. Christian, shut the fuck up. Again, Christian, if you're friends with women just for the benefit of being friends with a woman, like, what do you actually gain? Like, seriously, what do you fucking gain except to just retard? For my app will join the chat. Oh, what the fuck? Didn't get a notification. Oh, shit. Well, glad you made it. We're still going on with the show right now. We're on the back half of it, but we're just reviewing a Myron video. We talked about the drone threat. Good to have you in the channel. Listening to you talk is like watching a monkey in a cage. No offense. You didn't have to say the no offense. I wasn't offended. I don't know who you are. You're an anonymous retard on the internet. I don't care. Like, I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you. All your logic is flawed. So, I don't mind.
So, it's 3:01. Do you want to keep going?
What was that?
It's 3:01. Do you want to keep going?
Can we finish at least this one? Okay, we'll finish this. We'll give you, so you're the last one. So
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, I guess Jesus.
Yeah, but saying, Christian goes, I see people as people. Yeah, but again, I'm not saying women aren't people. They are people, but they're just dumb. They're dumb people. They're less capable people. And if you're a man and you see them as just as capable as you, maybe you're a less capable man, you know? That's a better way of looking at it.
Jesus saves, it's over.
Finish what you were going to say. You're good. Go ahead. We can hear you.
No, do not joke about that. I'm trying to knock it.
Here, you can finish with...
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
So...
Jesus is a Jewish Messiah.
What did the guy say? Wait, what did that guy say?
Jesus is a Jewish Messiah.
You say Jesus is the Jewish Messiah?
Guys, let her finish because
Okay.
she's the last one. Let her finish what she was saying. Go ahead.
Okay. Well,
finish.
I guess...
We were on the topic of
to-
platonic friendships and how it doesn't work out for men's favors. How it doesn't.
Yes, so men who only view women as sexual objects aren't able to be friends with women, but there are men who do not view women as sexual objects. And so the reason why I was bringing up the example of gay men is because gay men aren't sexually attracted to women by definition, right? And so just knowing that there are men...
If a woman ever was talking to me and she was talking normally and then she turned to that quiet bitchy cunty tone, I would just boom real quick hit her with a fucking jab right in the throat. Like, don't talk in that demeaning tone, you stupid cunt. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Beat the fuck out of that one. Like, are you serious? That's crazy. Shut up with that bitch-ass demeaning tone. It's really quick. One right to the fucking throat, right there. He said Jesus is a myth. That's what he said. No, that's not what he said. He's holding up a sign that said Jesus saves. I don't think he's saying Jesus is a myth. Christian goes, I mean, I don't see them as just as capable as me. So you're friends with people who are less capable than you? You should only aim to be with friends with people who are going to be successful and actually better your life. You don't have any real benefit to being friends with women outside of if you're trying to make something out of it.
Who are friends with women and aren't sexually attracted to them. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you why your claim is not a universal claim. And you seem to keep going back and forth on whether or not it's a universal claim. And it's because you are drawing upon personal experience.
I'm speaking in general.
Okay, you say general, universal, I say universal. So
most men that are friends with women are friends with women with ulterior motives. Does that mean that every single guy that's friends with a female has ulterior motives? No, but a lot of them do. A lot of them, like if we took 10 guys that are friends with women, probably 7 to 8 of them are trying to get laid. The other 2 might actually look at it as a platonic friendship. But the majority of the time, they're not. And the reason why is because women simply...
And those 2 are retards.
...don't provide enough value from a platonic friendship perspective to justify being friends with them, because men almost always have to bring more...
Christian goes, you would go to jail if you did that. Oh, really? No shit. Yeah, I thought I could just walk around hitting... Christian, if I wouldn't go to jail for it, trust me, I would have hit a lot of them by now. Trust me. Trust me, I would have punched a lot of them in the throat by now if I wouldn't go to jail for it. Like, again, Christian, this is why I get, like, sometimes you're asked, like, why are you a dick to me? Why do you tee off on me? It's like, dude, because you say shit like that. It's like, you don't think I fucking know that? You don't think I know that assault is illegal?
To the table. You get boyfriend energy, you get someone you could complain to, you get protection, all this crap. All the boyfriend stuff without giving up the girlfriend stuff.
Okay.
That's the issue with platonic friendship, allegedly. Go ahead.
Okay. So...
Stumped, I guess?
What? No, it's not that I'm stumped. It's just that what you are
Just a woman trying to think.
saying, logically...
It makes perfect sense logically. Men want to fuck, so they will take
to your mind, for men who only view women as sexual objects.
How is this a professor? Like, this bitch is literally retarded. I would think this is like a special ed student.
And they only value women insofar as the women can provide some kind of sexual satisfaction for the man. Sure, then your view applies. But what I'm saying is that your view does not apply broadly. Like,
it actually
for
does.
All men. Okay,
Okay,
so
what are human beings put on earth to do?
have fun and live and hang out with our friends.
Well, let's translate the womanese. Have sex and have kids, right?
Okay, so, that's what you think, because you
know what that means when girls say that. So we're put on earth to have sex and have kids. Like, that's why we're here, right? So the man's sexual urge is extremely strong, okay? You're a female, so you might not understand it. But testosterone makes you horny all the fucking time. One of the main reasons why men deal with women in the first place is for sexual access. Yeah. Now, some guys go through this surreptitiously, pretending to be your friend. Oh, I'm here in your corner. But the reality is they want to have sex, and that's their mating strategy to get said sex. Guys use different strategies to try to get laid.
Okay, I see.
That's the thing too. It's like girls will like they're the guys who like sit with a girl and they like be that guy best friend and they like listen to their problems and they'll listen to them bitch about other guys, and it's like those guys, they're doing all that to try and get pussy. It's one of the most cucked things. Like, these guys really are just the biggest simps and pussies to ever exist. They make men look so weak. People like that not gonna fucking make it.
If women didn't have vaginas, most guys would not talk to you.
So are you talking to me now because you want to have sex with me?
This is actually precisely why I don't talk to women, actually. This is precisely why I only do it when I'm on camera, bro. This shit is frustrating. Bro, this is actually precisely why I don't talk to women off camera, because it's ridiculous.
No, what? So does your claim hold, yes or no?
What, that I only talk to...
No, like you said, men only talk to women because they want to have sex with them. I'm a woman. We are talking.
This is why women are so stupid. He's talking about, like, actually just going up and being friends. Like, this woman approached his mic and asked him a question. And she's like, so does this mean you want to have sex with me? It's like, you stupid bitch. Like, this is again, like, people shit on a minute ago on one, and I said, you know, you just got to punch these bitches in the throat. But it's like, am I wrong? I think I'm right. I think that might fix this woman. I think if one guy just sucked it up and took the jail sentence and just little like teep and jab, like fucking, I don't know, be incredible. It might actually fix this woman. This woman's so fucking stupid and she's a professor. Oh, so do you want to fuck me because we're talking right now? It's like, bitch, you walked up to his mic. Like, are you retarded? Are you actually retarded? Someone goes, assault is illegal. Citizens to perform an perform on other citizens, but assault is legal for police to perform on citizens. How do you feel? Shut the fuck up. Like, again, like, police kill very few unarmed people a year. One of the most scrutinized groups, and of course there's going to be bad apples in the bunch, but that it's just retarded logic. Again, like, that comment alone makes me understand so much about you and how fucking dumb you are.
Microphones to have a debate. This is a completely different scenario than the average male-female scenario and dynamic of talking to each other.
Okay, so
Yeah, see, this is what I mean when I say women lack critical thinking skills. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, let me just take this one example and try to use this and build my entire argument on it. Are you trying to have sex with me?
No.
Because we're talking right now? It's like,
no. What I was doing, that I know, I understand. Like, it's a. The reason why I said that is to demonstrate why your argument does not hold.
What part of my argument doesn't hold?
Ooh, where to start with that one? So you went through a series of propositions, and those propositions in themselves weren't substantiated by any kind of scientific evidence, any kind of peer-reviewed
They're
studies.
literally substantiated by human evolution and biology.
Okay.
Like,
so, but
it's
that's not
literally
that's
biology.
Not,
It's very simple.
No. See, no. See, but are there peer-reviewed studies? Like, are there studies that I can look up right now that say men are only friends with women because they want to only have sex with women, and that's it? Like,
Yes.
men do right.
If you pull up studies,
Okay.
if you pull up studies, it will tell you that what men look for in women is youth and beauty, which is tied to
Okay,
sex.
so where does that come from? Where does that like desire for youth and beauty come from? I'm trying to challenge like the claims that you make that you take to be true.
This is
They're
why
just
women are.
Okay, so
fundamentals.
you don't agree that men look for youth and beauty in women?
Okay, what I'm trying to do is understand why you are doing. But it seems to me that based on our conversation,
See, you're focusing more on me than my argument. That's the issue here. This is why you you can't formulate an argument.
No,
you're
no,
more
no,
concerned
no,
with
no,
me
see, no.
and my
Because-
worldview versus me telling you the biological fact that men
so what
are
you're doing
interested
right
in
now
reproduction.
Okay, so what you're doing right now is conflating your worldview with what science like is. So you're saying because I believe this and because there are these scientific studies that say this, therefore this. However, we have to like challenge the fundamental claims. Why is it that men only value youth and beauty? Is it because we happen to live in a society where women are valued in context to their ability to only reproduce up to a certain age, right? And then after that, women quote unquote expire after a certain age. So see, the thing is that in itself, we cannot even truly say
This
that.
guy's like coping in the comments. He's like, but you'll continue to hate and find issues with women until you change. Thank you for being a mirror though, bro. You sound so gay. Like, you need a Tampax? Like, you just sound like a bitch. And first of all, I don't hate anyone. I don't hate women. I don't hate any races or groups. I just find problems with some of them. I don't hate them. I just think they're dumb. I think they're way dumber than men. I think they're worse drivers than men. I think they are more emotional than men. I think they struggle to deal with things compared to men. I think they are not strategic. Yeah, I could literally write a book on how bad women are, how dumb they are.
Is social.
Like, one of the funniest things about women, it's like you look at like marriage rates and divorce rates, and it's like men and women, it's like a 50% divorce rate. Men and men, it's like 22%, and then women and women, it's like 78%, and they also have the highest rate of domestic violence. Like, women are the problem in every issue, in every one of these issues, it's women who are causing it. Dude, I'm trying to help you. Yeah, you sound like a retard, though. I don't care. Yeah, I'm trying to help. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't need help from an anonymous retard on the internet. I think some women are the problem. I think a lot of women are the problem. Again, it's not... See, Christian, you have the same, like, brain power as this woman right here, because it's like, you don't understand a generalization. Obviously, it's not every single woman who exists who's a fucking retard. Obviously, it's going to be a few apples out of the bunch who are better than the others. But the majority of women are the fucking problem. And again, if you can't understand generalizations, that's an IQ problem.
Phenomenon that is a product of our society. And so we have to look at the structures that support what it is that we are even trying to understand. And so that's why I'm challenging.
All right, so guys, this proves right now why women need to be second-class citizens again and be put in the kitchen.
No,
this is crazy. Like,
this actually doesn't.
I'm literally
prove
telling her the
anything.
sky's blue, and she's arguing with me, saying, "Well, I think it's green because if I look at it through this
No,
lens,
that
it's
is
actually
not
this
an
way."
equivalent
Like,
analogy. That is not an analogous
Women have a very
situation.
difficult time accepting and understanding biological fact because you guys don't like the fact that men are looked at as success objects. I accept this, while women tend to be looked at as sex objects. This is the reality. I bring resources, you bring sexuality.
So
that's what men
this
look
is
for. There's
the
a reason why,
world-
hold on, stop. There's a reason why
No.
men universally between 18 to 60 years old find the same exact demographic
Yeah,
of female
and why
attractive.
is that?
18 to
Why?
24. That is the
Why?
golden range that men look for.
Okay.
They don't care about
This woman is mind blown that biology exists. Like, again, this example, this interview right here, this little back and forth between, I understand why people sent this to me now, because this is a perfect example of how fucking stupid women are. This guy Angela's crashing out on Ronnie McStevenson. Ronnie's a beast. Fuck you, Angelo. Who are you? I'll fucking go to bat for Ronnie. Fuck off. Ronnie, shut you piece of mustard. Dude, you don't even know how to type. Like,
See, but
education,
you're not
your
going
status.
further and questioning why, and that's why
You're asking for
having
studies, and I'm
troubles.
literally telling you the studies.
No. Okay. Then what journals are they in?
What?
Who are the authors? Where can I find these peer-reviewed studies? What's the DOI? Where can I find these peer-reviewed studies?
Yeah, like look it up. Like if we can't even
Sure,
be
there
on
are
common
many,
ground
many
that men are interested
can only walk where's the water.
in women from a sexual replication value, then we can't even have a conversation because you're in Looney Tune world. Like you're literally like you don't even
No.
accept basic reality
Okay,
that
so
men.
because I don't accept your reality, then that means that
No, you don't
I'm
accept
wrong.
reality.
No,
And that's
see,
actually a
but
privilege
you're
that- you know,
saying
this is
that-
interesting.
No.
Guys,
See,
as you
what
guys can see here,
you're
hold on,
doing
stop.
this, like,
Stop.
weird, like no. Because
This is
what
very
you're doing
interesting.
right now is doing this like weird
This
back
woman
and forth, trying to.
is living in a Looney Tune world, and she's allowed to live in a Looney Tune world because she's a female. That is a privilege that only
Exactly.
women have.
Like,
They could be this delusional.
I love the quote where it's like, if I put your brain in a man's body, you would be in poverty. You would be homeless. And it's just so true. It's like, this woman would literally be homeless if she was a man. Like, and that applies around the board. Like, if you take a woman's brain, put it in a man's body, it's going to be the dumbest fucking man ever.
Delusional, this unaware, lack this much critical thinking, and still make it by in life. If
No,
we took
I
her
think
brain and put it
what
in a
you're
man's
doing right
body,
now is
he'd be
projecting.
fucking homeless.
No.
Because this girl's
See, that's
low
what
IQ.
you are doing.
This is
That's what
incredible.
you are doing.
And
You're
she's
the
a
one
college
coming-
student too.
You are the one coming to
Like this is the
college
perfect
campuses
example of higher
trying
education
to-
does not mean that you're higher IQ. This is crazy.
Okay.
Like you can't even accept biological reality.
See, because it is not
Feminism for you guys.
hardline fact, right?
Because I think Myron is gaslighting her. Oh my, dude, you're the problem. People like you are the problem. Like, seriously, that's retard level critical thinking.
It's not like the same.
So you're arguing against Myron's argument, and his argument is that men are mainly friends with women for either sexual or dating access, that men are rarely friends with women just to be in a platonic friendship, and that women will get handed things just for being beautiful. Yeah, you disagree with those points? I would love to hear why, you fucking retard.
kind of truth as 2 + 2 = 4. That is a fundamental truth about our world, right? And so I'm trying to draw the distinction between these analytic truths.
You know what's
and then
funny?
these, like,
I'm looking at everybody here.
synthetic
They all
truths.
think you're retarded. I'm being honest.
No.
You can't see them, but like they all think you're retarded. I'm not even trying to be an asshole here, but we need to.
Look,
this is why we need to bring
I'm
bullying
not
back, right?
thinking about-
Bullying is good.
I'm not thinking
because
about them.
here's the
I'm
thing:
looking
women
at-
never get
no.
bullied for their stupidity.
No.
This is gonna be. This is
I'm
going to
not-
remind her, like, oh shit, maybe I should think before I speak.
Exactly. Before he even says it, let me say. I mean, this is what I say all the time. It's like, the reason I'm so hard on women all the time on this show is because of this issue. It's because nobody is. Because everybody gives women a pass because they're women and they're delicate creatures and they're more emotional and you don't want to make them cry because that's rude and all that. But it's like, again, if it's like similar to the black issue where it's like, if we just keep throwing money at it and never actually address the real issue, it's only going to get worse like it has. If we just keep like allowing these women to skate by being retards and don't actually address it on the national level, like it's not going to get any better for anybody. And all it's going to do is in the long run, fuck over women more. So.
Because if a guy was on here saying this ridiculous stuff, we'd all be laughing at him like, you're retarded, dude. But like with women, you guys get a privilege of being morons just because you got tits and a vagina, and we got some simps here in the back, probably a Jew. And like we don't say anything to you guys because we don't have sex with you.
Probably
Women are able to say
Jew.
some preposterous things because we want to get laid.
So
it's
I'm
actually
looking,
incredible.
Okay, great.
Incredible.
So, great. Okay. I'm looking at my students in the crowd here. To my students, my female students, my male students, this is not the way that argumentation works. And I want you to know that no matter who you are, just please do your best to exercise your reasoning, develop it, because this is not it. And I just want.
Well, there's
my
a reason you
students
should be in the
here-
kitchen, and it's pretty clear
I
right now.
see my students
Speaking of
here-
reasoning, you should be making a sandwich for a man who's
is-
superior to you because clearly cognitively you have some issues. This
do
is nuts.
cognitively
And
have
she's
Only
a
women have the privilege of being
professor.
retarded, gentlemen. Get the book. Why deserve
Crazy.
even less?
That was a good video. Let's see. We're going to move on to our comments in a section. This guy says, don't you think it's time to point the blame at the media and controllers of this society rather than the women and men who are literally just victims of fucked up programming? Again, you could point the finger at many different places. You know, I'm not saying that the media is not involved or the government's not involved or organized Jewry is not involved. I do blame those things. I do talk about those things a lot. I talk about how feminism wasn't even started by women. Most women rejected it, and most men are the ones who are pushing it. But at the same time, we do need to acknowledge the female delusion as well. Like, we can't just not acknowledge the female delusion. That's retarded. That'd be like putting all the blame on black crime, on saying, okay, there's too many leftist judges allowing blacks out of prison. Okay, that's a problem. We could acknowledge that problem, but we could also acknowledge the problem that blacks are just low IQ and they murder a lot. We could also just acknowledge the fact that they are more violent. So it's like, okay, like, we can acknowledge that women have been lied to by the media. They have been lied to by the government. They've been lied to from birth. But at the same time, we could also acknowledge that women are lower IQ. Women have zero critical thinking skills. They're very emotional. They are only good about 3 weeks out of the fucking month. And anyone who sits down and has a conversation with a woman, you can tell immediately that these women think on such a micro level and don't think about anything from a macro lens. So, yeah. Again, I don't agree with you saying we should put all the blame on the media and the controller. It's like, okay, no, let's put some of the blame on them, but let's also put some of the blame on the women who are a big part of the problem. Like, people like this are retarded. Like, they really are. They are so fucking stupid. But let's go on to our comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Like I said, I was a little bit tired today. Didn't really sleep last night, but we'll get it fixed by tomorrow. And tomorrow's our, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a show Friday. I'm taking my flight Friday. Maybe I'll do a show from my hotel in LA. Not really sure. So you're literally just okay with focusing on the symptom of the problem rather than the root cause. Dude, you're a fucking idiot. I literally just said it, and this is going to be the last time I repeat it because it's the third fucking time. I have said that, yes, we can talk about what caused the issue. We could talk about those things. And I have talked to, again, if you're new to the show, then fuck off. I'm like, it's worthless for me to even acknowledge this, but I talk about those things a lot. But then we could also talk about what's coming from that issue. We could also talk about the fact that women are fucking retards. Like, we could talk about both, you fucking idiot. Just because your mind is too small to comprehend that doesn't mean I'm not able to do it. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, these people are so fucking stupid. He says, get some sleep and read a book. I promise you, I've read more books this calendar year alone in 2026 than you've read in the last 5 fucking years. I can promise you that. Someone goes, fuck, did I join right at the end? Yeah, we're about to start the comment section. I mean, you can go back and rewatch it. Glad you're joining the chat. Here we're going. First comment in the hole.
John Jones is quite literally queer.
Dude, you're retarded. John Jones would fucking kill you. Like, what? That's crazy. John Jones is a beast. John Jones is literally the man.
Another moving curb denier.
Another moving curb denier.
You should follow me back, Haley.
It's a fucking weird thing to comment. You should follow me back. Like, fuck off.
Hey James, would you be down to join us on the Crazy People podcast and have a little debate on the war and the problems in our country?
Yeah, let me check out the podcast, but most likely, I'm down to do anything. Yeah, someone in the guy's trying to rage bait, and then someone goes 0 to 10 rage bait. Exactly. These people are fucking retarded.
Remember when Trump changed the plaques of previous presidents? I look forward to his plaque. I look forward to the future when we finally get a Groiper president who matches Trump's reasonings like we've been at war for 47 years. To reason why we are continuing our attack on Israel like they attacked our USS Liberty. They did 9/11.
Let's go.
They starved and targeted kids in Gaza. They cost us trillions in constant wars. They infiltrated our government, controlled Epstein, and tiny hats.
Dude, me and you, Tim, one in the same mind. That's exactly what I was saying today.
Draft dodging equals based if it's a bullshit war for Jews?
100%. 100%. I'm a rewatch, but real quick, in case you don't do, you think the California threat is a false flag to move troops into a blue state? I mean, I talked about the potential of it being a false flag today on the show already. So I don't know if you want me to. I don't really want to dive into it again. It's kind of what the whole show is about. You kind of just go rewatch that. But I do think if an attack does happen, pretty good chance it could be a false flag. I think it's just to get the United States pushed into the war further and, try and justify it more. They realize how unpopular it is to the American people. If Iran bombs America and we respond, in a very aggressive way, it's more just like Americans are going to feel like it's justified versus like when we're bombing them now and we just kill 175 little girls in the school. Nobody in America is seeing that as justified besides the Zionists.
Think just one day you put in your earbuds and then boom, cause of bombs in the earbuds.
Yeah, I mean, the Unit 8200 rabbit hole is a deep rabbit hole to go down. I urge everyone to check that out. Unit 8200 people, the people who put the bombs and the pagers for Israel, a lot of the thousands of them work at Meta, Apple, Google, all the biggest tech companies in the U.S.
How the FK does Lindsey Graham continue to win in SE? His approval rating is less than 30%. WTF is wrong with you people in SE? You people are literally voting for a traitor of this country. People like this have been hanged for a hell of a lot less than what he's doing. Unfortunately, for this country, there's no voting our way out of this. But everyone is too puss to actually stand up and do something.
Yeah, I think it's a mix between voting. I don't think revolution is the correct way to get out of this. I do think the right way to get out of this is the full infiltration method, where it's just conceal your power level, pretend you have more modest, regular, conservative GOP views, even if it's, like, embarrassing and, like, a social level. Like, even if your friends are, like, total groypers, but you're on a different path and you pretend to conceal your views, you pretend that you're more of a normie, then you, again, get into these DC jobs, you get jobs in the White House, on campaign staff, in the think tanks, and again, that's how this has to happen. Realistically, conceal your power level, get into the elite universities, institutions, get into government roles, school board, state level, local level, national level, get everywhere. And that's how we'll take over. That's, objectively, it's the best way.
They're not 150 dead soldiers. Stop being a goddamn drama queen. The media typically only reports on dead, not wounded. This is nothing new.
I don't give a fuck. If a single hair on their head is removed, I'm upset. The 150 plus injured and a lot dead, I'm not happy about it. Shut the fuck up. Stupid fucking point.
American lives shouldn't be lost in this conflict, nor should they be harmed. It's not dramatic to be upset for Americans being killed and injured.
Exactly. First guy, suck my fucking dick.
Israel blocking more war vids than missiles.
Yeah, it's crazy. Israel is blocking a lot of camera footage, and like every time missiles get shot up over Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, they shut off all their live cam streams. So we really don't know what's happening for some of the areas.
JP, you couldn't touch those tonsils, not even in your dreams.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you watch the Flyers at all or the NHL?
No, I never really got big into hockey. I like watching Team USA every time they play. Like, I watch the Four Nations, I watch the Olympics. I watch playoff hockey, and when I do, I don't know, like, I'm pretty split. Like, I'm not from Philly. I'm just an Eagles fan because when I was, like, quick side note story, like, when I was young, a bunch of family friends were Eagles fans, and my family was Giants fans. So they used to buy me Eagles shit when I was a really young kid, like a baby through toddler and all that. They used to buy me Eagles shit, like shirts, blankets, whatever the fuck I wanted, or whatever they wanted to give me, I guess, to try and just get at my dad and my family because they were all Giants fans. And it kind of just stuck with me. Like, it was a good rivalry we had in my household. So I'm, like, from North Jersey, where everyone's, Rangers, Knicks, Giants, but no, I'm an Eagles fan, so I don't know, I'm torn a lot because I have, like, no real tie to the Flyers besides I'm just an Eagles fan. But when I watch hockey, like, I'll just watch playoff hockey, I'll just watch it all. Like, if I had to root for anyone, it's like, I know this sounds crazy, but, like, Flyers or Rangers, even though I know they don't like each other, but yeah. But I think playoff hockey's awesome. I'm not, like, a huge, like, okay, I'm going to watch every regular season game, though. Similar with like I guess with basketball, I used to watch every basketball game growing up. Now I really just watch the playoffs. You know, I'll watch every now and then. And fucking, I don't know if anyone saw that. Bam put up 83 fucking points yesterday, broke Kobe's record. Like that's crazy. I mean, cheers to him, dude. That's awesome. 83 points. And there's a lot of people shitting on how he got it, saying you know they were drawing too many fouls, blah blah blah. I don't give it, dude. 83 points is 83 fucking points. Cheers to you, Bam. Like, that's fucking awesome. That's really cool. Well earned.
Those tapes Israel has on Lindsey Graham must be fucking horrible.
Yeah. He's definitely being blackmailed. They have videos of him getting fucked in the ass. They probably have videos inside his ass.
Do you like Steely Dan the rock band?
Couldn't really name any of their shit off the top of my head. You better be watching Anthony Edwards this year. I bet he really makes you mad. Why does he make me mad? Why would Anthony Edwards be making... Because of the... Is he the one... The child support thing? That was fucked up. I didn't like that. If that's him. I'm pretty sure that was it. Was that Anthony Edwards who did the child support, paid all 18 years up front? Yeah, I don't like him for that reason. Yeah, I was right. Anthony Edwards is a basketball player who paid 18 years of child support up front, saying I want nothing to do with the kid. So it's like, that's just, like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like black people just don't even have any real role models either, because like they look up to these NBA guys and then they do that. They pay $1 million child support up front so they never have to see the kid. It's like, really? You just fuck that kid for life. Someone goes, rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. You better be what? Oh, I already read that. Angelo, did you get your $9,000?
Do you like hospital food?
It's just saying, do you like... And then Christian goes, what is that supposed to mean? It means, do you like shitty things? Like, do you like shitty, bland things, is what he means by it.
The sole reason the Iranians are in the position they're in is due to US and Israeli imperialism. I find the fact that so much of the MAGA base is incapable of comprehending base cause and effect is utterly laughable. Also, I've been working on my thesis these past few weeks and have been unable to leave my traditional Rajabate. But it truly is great to see Dollar Store Nick Fuentes exactly as I last left him. Also, you're a 7 to 9 according to the women I asked, so that's something.
First of all, I'm a 10. I don't give a fuck what those women... The women could say I'm a 7 to a 9. I'm a 10. They could suck my dick. Second of all, you're a retard still. I wasn't even really listening to what you said, to be honest. I was reading a tweet as that played. But, now I'm reading it. Due to U.S. and Israeli imperialism... Yeah, partially right. I mean, it's also because they're a bunch of towel heads, but partially right.
Godspeed, you genuine retard.
I'm smarter than you, pussy.
That is absolute bull. The reason why they are in this position is because of Islamic fundamentalism.
Partially.
James doesn't even support the war.
Yeah, why would anybody? Why would anybody if you're not Jewish?
Iran and America had a great relationship until those crazies took over the government.
Until the United States also started destabilizing the entire region.
I usually agree with your points, but you are very off here. Nigga, shorten this response. We don't want here a whole ass paragraph.
Yeah, that part is true as well. I fucking hate listening to the paragraph comments. Like, I really get so annoyed.
Do you like grunt style shirts?
Yeah, I do. I actually don't have a lot now. I used to have a ton. It used to be almost my whole wardrobe. Cool story. I spent Christmas volunteering with Adam Calhoun when he was a part owner. I don't know if he still is or not. He might be. But Adam Calhoun is he's a singer. He started off just making funny videos with his son. But I volunteered with him years ago on Christmas, and then we played Madden together after. Beat him in Madden. It was fun. Cool guy. Very cool guy. Very humble guy. Very funny. But yeah, I like that company a lot.
Thoughts on Brandon Herrera winning Texas District 23?
Haven't really looked too much into that race, the election, or him in general. I should, and I'll report on that. I'll talk about that next week, because I should talk about that. But I'm more focused on just this fishback race in Florida right now.
Do you like White Monster?
Never had one. I've never had one. I should try one. I love Red Bull, though. I love the fucking taste of Red Bull. It tastes so good. Red Bull is fucking incredible.
Well, we know you don't work. You're unemployable. Your content generates less than $1,000 a month.
You retarded?
Safe to assume you're on daddy's dime?
My podcast generates well over $1,000 a month. I'm a top 5% show in the world, you fucking idiot. People who are like newer to the show, they'll like comment things that are the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. No, the show funds itself pretty well, and my entire life.
If Gen Z gets drafted, we're gonna order 66 Israeli commanders and then pull up on BB like Anakin did on the Jedi Temple. God bless America and God bless our troops.
I agree, but next time say allegedly.
You have said the New Testament supersedes the Old, but here is an interesting point from my studies. I've learned the New Testament doesn't mention abortion, which is why we should be focusing on the Old Testament for moral insights.
I'm not saying we disregard everything from the Old Testament. I'm just saying the prophecy of the New Testament supersedes the prophecy of the Old Testament. Again, you gotta learn to just understand these things. I don't need to explain myself 5 fucking times to you every time.
Also, why is it that you don't consider Jake Lang white despite him being half Irish and not practicing Judaism? What you don't realize is he is actually more European than Greeks and Albanians, because Ashkenazi Jews are usually 70 to 90% European. The only reason why they aren't considered white is because they are culturally different. The reality is many European population have some degree of non-white blood. Also, I'm not defending Jake. I think he is a disgusting extremist.
Why don't I think he's white? Because he's Jewish. Again, like, your entire point you over-explained about, like, oh, but he's Ashkenazi, and it's like, dude, that's retarded. Like, that's literally retarded. Jews are not white. They even openly say it as well.
But this rigid racialized thinking you use really falls apart once you really think about it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's when you try and create a scenario where it doesn't make sense, but that's just ridiculous. Alright, let's refresh, see if we got anything else, and then if not, we'll sign off. This guy goes, old pussy chat, thanks for not blocking me. Yeah, dude, I have no interest in blocking you. You're not a fucking, like, I don't know. You're not saying anything. Like, everything you're saying is retarded, but you inspired me to go live on my channel. Interview me one day, bro. Probably not. You sound like a fucking idiot. Like, who are you? Like, who the fuck are you? These people are just retarded. I mean, I literally, like, sometimes, whenever I do the comments, I always end up in, like, a bad mood, because I always end up talking to people, and I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid. And some of the commenters are smart, some of them are funny. Then you get some people who join the live chats, and you're like, okay, these people are retarded. You get that, like, fucking sub-Saharan guy, like, what about white overdoses? It's like, shut up, you stupid bitch. Okay, that's going to be the entire show, though, guys. I hope you guys have had a great day so far. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. Remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment. We read all the comments at the end of each show. Rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. Follow me on X, Instagram, whatever platform you are watching on. YouTube, Kick, Twitch, X, whatever you're on. And join my Telegram by scanning the code up in the corner. Thank you guys for being fans of the show. Couple quick updates. I don't know when they're going to air the Jubilee video, but I'm flying there Friday to film it on Saturday. Probably they'll air it next month. We got the Fishback interview next month as well. Still trying to get this collab with Camden, Hampshire lined up. Let's see. What else do we got? I don't know if we're going to do a show Friday. Maybe I'll do one from my hotel room Friday in California, a little later than I usually do the show, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I won't have all my equipment, so it might be hard. Trying to think if there's any other updates or anything else. No, that's kind of it, I guess. With that, we're going to sign off. See you guys tomorrow on Thursday. Thank you guys for being fans of the show. Hope you guys do have a blessed day, a blessed night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.